morning, guys. I'm Laura. Welcome to Hedgehog's Homestead. Today we are gonna get all the wood chips that are no longer wood chips. They've turned into soil underneath our rabbits, and we have now our replacement, a nice big pile that a tree service delivered for free. Nice big pile, and this pile is going to be used to put underneath our rabbits and underneath our chickens, so as you can imagine, rabbits and chickens can make quite a stink. So what we do, because we live in the city, to deal with that odor is we get fresh wood chips from PGE. Well, it's the tree companies that work for PGE that deliver it, and they deliver it for free. They'll put it anywhere you want it, and it's just awesome. So we have all these nice fresh wood chips that you can use, and when you put them under your rabbits and your chickens, they break down over time. But while they're breaking down, especially under our rabbit coop or under our rabbits, it will cut down the odor that these rabbits produce. The manure does not produce a lot of odor, but their urine does. And so this will cut down on a lot of odors. We're just going to start bringing this in. As I bring one load of the wood chips over there, I'll drop it, and then I'll grab more manure that's under our manure, more soil that's broken down. It's been under, we've had wood chips just like this under our rabbits that have broken down over a year's time, and in that year's time it's turned into soil, and the manure and the urine helps it do that, so you get that nitrogen fix in there. Plus there is green leaves in here too. So you can imagine what these wood chips smell like. They're really fragrant. They smell like fresh forest, and so that's what we're doing today. Guys, is that you've got to realize these wood chips are not heavy at all. this is what we're getting out from underneath the chickens. Some really nice, there's a few big pieces in there, but that's a really nice fluffy soil base filled with rabbit manure. This guy right here is helping him because he likes to lay in there. So that's what I'm doing, guys. One huge, and I've probably got like 20 more of these to go. So plus probably 30 of wood chips. So we're doing good. We're gonna fill in this whole area. I'm gonna fill in those areas where the chickens are really dug down. I'm probably gonna bury that water container over there, and so we can get rid of this pool here. And what I'm thinking about doing with that water container is running a hose from there, and then I can fill up whenever I want to some of the back to work, guys. We're gonna get nice and sweaty today because it's a beautiful day here in the Northwest. So we are back to work, and Tom is working hard too over there, showing off. He's like, who's this guy over there? That is our foster child. I'm not gonna get up close because he can't really be on camera. So, but that is our foster child, and he can't be shown on camera. So we'll probably blurb him out, but Tom's going over to inspect him and see if he's okay to be over here. So we will get back to it. So over here next to my rhubarb, I have 2 new grower bags there. That's the one I need to fill up. I got 3 new grow bags here. That's with the compost and the manure. If you look good, you can see the manure in there. And the nice thing about compost or manure from your rabbits, you can see it in there as well, is that it's a cold manure. So you can put it directly into your beds. And so when you mix rabbit manure and wood chips and the urine breaks it down, the wood chips, you get a really nice compost. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new beds. This one's not even full, but I already have over here that wheelbarrow full, and I still have almost half of the area underneath the rabbits over there, full of more manure that I can use, or manure compost that I can use for in here. So I'll have extra to get all the rest of these beds done at the end of the season, because I'll have that compost, plus I'll have compost that I'm making on the other side. So these beds will be nice and full with new compost. And then I think I'm going to use these grow bags here. They need to rest a little bit because we are getting some chicken, because it is a rack-in house kind of idea there. So there is some chicken manure in there, and that needs to cool. So it needs a couple months before I start planting in those. But after that time, I should be able to plant in them fine. So let's check on the tomatoes while we're out here. They are looking fantastic. They are already, I mean, I only have like, that's the top of my trellis, and there's my tomato. So maybe I need to make higher trellises. I think this one's a higher trellis, so maybe I'll have to do that next year. These have grown at least a foot. And they have very large, I think these Cherokee tomatoes are going to be really big because look at how big that blossom is on that tomato plant. So I'm going to go ahead and shake all my tomatoes. I need to tie that one up a little better. So I need to find my tape. This one looks like it needs to be tied up a little better too. And shake those. I do this every day when I'm growing tomatoes. Shake those. Get rid of that sucker right there. Because my tomatoes do not need any more branches. This is another Cherokee one, and that's getting a nice big blossom on it too. And then these two, I think are both, we have baby tomatoes here. So exciting. See those little guys? This is the sun gold tomato. And from what I hear, they're very prolific. So, sorry the air conditioning came on. This also looks like the way this is formed. Oh look, there's another one. This, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a sucker. Look how big that is. That's a sucker I took off of probably that sun gold over there. And it's absolutely huge, guys. And doing really well. Oh, look at this. There we go, guys. Exciting. And then this one, that rest right there is from the cage. This one has some really good blooms on it too, but not as big as the Cherokee ones. That's a spent bloom that didn't turn into, oh, it does have a tomato in there. It doesn't look like a very good one. Okay, so shake your tomatoes, guys. Shake them, shake them. And because I don't have a lot of bees, there we go. I gotta check on my, that looks like it has a little egg rot. All right. I'm gonna get away from this. So isn't that exciting? More garden space. But look at this, guys. This huge pile. Okay, so next to my F-150, look at that. We'll have to go like this. And that it takes up a whole car. Like I could park my minivan here, but I can't because I've got a huge pile of wood chips. All free, mixed with leaves, so it's perfect for turning into compost. My little rose I got over here, so pretty. Got some lavender over here, and a new baby fern right back there. This is lavender. Don't know what that plant is, but we got another little rose over here. Oh, look at that one. That's a new bloom right there. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And then waiting for, this looks like it's gonna bloom this year. It didn't bloom at all last year. And this is Jacob's ladder. Right there. Jacob's ladder. And I sprayed these today because they got so much bug pressure this year. Look at this, guys. All these fresh tomatoes. Oh my goodness, I have to go get something to pick these. There's all kinds of fresh tomatoes in there. Or not, goodness. I better go get something to collect all these. Oh my Lord. Uh-oh, yep. And that's why, see those? Bugs got to them, so I'm gonna go get something to to collect all those. Can't let those go to waste, can we? That's what happened last year, is we lost so many bugs. So I'm gonna have to spray those. See if I have some leftover spray. But first, I'm gonna get all those good fresh strawberries out of there. Got my basket ready to go. There you guys go, homegrown strawberries. Last year I got four strawberries off of this bed right here, and I think it was because I didn't feed them, and also they got attacked by bugs really bad. And I lost probably, I threw like 6 of them on the ground, but I still have really good strawberries here. And it seems to be that the strawberries that are touching the ground seem to be getting the bug damage. So one blueberry. See, right in there. Plants that I planted the other day. There you can see two of the strawberries I threw. Trying to get them in the bush there. This is lamb's ear. It has that really soft, and then the purple flowers, really soft leaves. Rosemary back there. I forget what this one is called. Dreamland America. And these are spent blooms, but they'll get more blooms on them. That's lamb's ear again. Looking good. Tom's in bed. Hello, Tommy. Good night, Tommy. Good night, Tom. Good night, Tom. Bed. So, all right, you guys. So that was a fun finding all those strawberries. I'm glad I looked out here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I have that in the purple salvia in my garden. I just absolutely love it. It's just, yeah, I think I like it. I've got it kind of tucked in everywhere. And then this right here is the orange little blossoms. Aren't they cute? That's butterfly bush, or butterfly plant. Picked a couple of garlics there. So that's fun, and I'll show you what I did on this side. And what I'm doing on this side, this will be a continuous thing. So these are the wood chips that I've started to, actually, I don't even spread them around. I just put them in a pile, and the chickens spread them around for me. So there was a big hole here. There's a hole there. You can kind of see the outline of it, you know, and I just put it in the holes. There's all those holes over there. I'll put all the wood chips over there as well. And not down this whole side right here. I have all this, so I'm gonna have to move my rabbit and clean out this side and get all this wood chips that are broken down, and so it's just mixed with that rabbit manure, and so that's exciting progress, guys. And then I'm gonna move Ethel into her cage right there, and we're gonna free the ducks. We're gonna chop off the legs off of this thing, and then that will be the ducks' home, and we'll put it inside this area. I'm running into problems. I can't let them out because, well, they won't come out because they know I'm gonna put them over here by themselves, and so they're being kind of little stinkers right now. But I can't have that going on anymore with my chickens. Naked necks, I don't know if they'll recover from them, from those ducks attacking them. So that's what I need to do, guys. If I'm going to keep the ducks around, I need to put them in their own space. So that's what's going to happen. So there's the garden from this side. And I think Ethel will enjoy being back by the other rabbits. So she's right there playing with a little piece of wire. So there's the garden from this side. So excited, guys, to have all that extra garden space. What that means is that I'll just be able to put like, I have all that asparagus. I can start to, I think I might wait and plant those in one of my other bigger beds, because asparagus is something that comes back every year. It's a perennial, just like why are you stepping on your water, buddy? He doesn't understand why we're out here. He thinks he needs to be let out. So asparagus is a perennial, so it comes back every year. So I need to find a good permanent spot for that. And it needs full sun, so it has to be on that side. So I might amend one of those beds in the fall. I'll see when the best time to plant it, and then I'll plant it in that best time. And yeah, just like the rhubarb, that rhubarb is going to come back every year. So you can cut it back and it just comes back every year. And it comes back better each year. And the asparagus is the same. So you can always just take the roots with me when we move. I don't know how long we're going to stay here, but you can always take the roots, or I might put it in one of the beds that I can move. So and then the strawberries, they weren't good the first year. That just happens because strawberries are not good and strong the first year. Plus, it's going to take me at least probably 4 or 5 days to get all of those wood chips in place. I'm going to put some of those wood chips all along here because this whole area has been blessed with chickens last year and with turkeys this year. I'm going to put it all along here, and then I'm going to carry the wood chips, if we have enough, some out here, but I really want to put it in this walkway here down to my compost. See, this is the jungle, guys. I have been slowly, these are wild ferns. All of these ferns are wild, and so they just encroach on my whole area, on this beautiful Japanese maple. I just cleaned out this area around this bush so I can trim back this bush. All my bushes back here need to be trimmed back. The Japanese rose is growing out of control, so I need to cut that back. Back here we have wild daisies. Not wild daisies, these are planted daisies. Sorry, bloom. And then we have wild trillium. You can see the little pods on them that are going to turn into flowers, so they haven't flowered back here. So all this trillium, the only thing is I might want to move this bush, and then of course a weed comes up in between there, and so got to get that weed down, out of there, gone. That's a nice thing, because this is so much like a forest floor back here. Weeds and things come up really easy. So 3 of these bushes in my yard, and they just have these beautiful pink flowers on them. Then I have rhodies everywhere in my yard. This is gorgeous. This flowers back here, and you think that I might move some of this to the other areas of the yard, because it just does not get appreciated back there. So I'm going to figure out how to transplant that, and when is the best time to transplant like half of it, because it just keeps on multiplying back here. And these are foxtail, or I don't know what these are, but see, I think I can just take out a bunch of it and put it in other areas. I haven't shown you guys because it's a work in progress back here. It is the jungle, and because we don't have a lot of people over, I just don't show it. But look at this hosta, guys. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous? It's huge, absolutely huge. And these flowers that are going to come up here, just this hosta just shows out every year. And I forget the name of it, but it is a style of hosta that gets really big like that. That's probably 4 foot wide. Well, it's 4 foot wide all the way around. So just absolutely gorgeous. I got lots of hosta in my yard, and I just love it. And I just planted some stuff in here in this bed. There's a marigold coming up. Don't have a lot, and I'm just starting my planting back here. So started with the front yard. Now I'm getting around to the back. There's a lime hosta right there. I forget what these are called, but I have a bunch of them, and I started them last year. They were bulbs. I can't remember what the name. That hosta is so beautiful. Look at that. I just love the way they bloom. And there's an electric lime. Those aren't plants going bad. That's called electric lime coral bell. Electric lime coral bell. That's why I keep those plant tags, guys, because I'm just learning. So, yep. Isn't that absolutely huge? It is over, I gotta back up. Here we go. It's over 6 feet tall. It's probably as tall as my husband. It's like 6'10". So I haven't seen him stand next to it recently, but I cut that back so hard. And that's a twist and shout hydrangea, guys. I cut that back so hard, that twist and shout hydrangea, but it has grown so much. It's starting to get that. Oh, there's more leaf growth. But isn't that just absolutely huge? It almost touches the top of our deck. Just love it. Okay, guys. Those are our wildflowers, and then the blue on this end right here is all of that stuff I started from seed, but the blue on the end is called bee balm. And look at the gorgeous. Somebody tell me what this is. I forget the name of this, but isn't that gorgeous? It's the colors that are coming out. I'm so excited how well those are doing this year. Okay, guys. that's it. I better go inside. You guys. It's a lot of fun. I think I know more about vegetable gardening than I do about regular gardening. And I just love my mom. And when my mom and my aunt were over the other day, I just got to pick their brains a little bit. And they told me to cut back some of my hydrangeas even further than I did. And I'm glad I did it because I have that twist and shout that's absolutely huge and 2 other hydrangeas on the property. And both of my smaller hydrangeas are, you know, something that my son got me. Both of them are, no, just the one. But the one over here, this little one, little hydrangea. And when we moved in, it was really in poor shape. I just sprayed it because it's been gotten by pests, but I just cut that way back. And hopefully next year we'll have a really good growth on that, because that hydrangea, Norman, come on. That hydrangea has the most beautiful purpley bloom on it. It's just absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I can't wait to show that with you guys when it comes out. I don't think it's going to do much this year, but I've been feeding it some bone meal and some fish emulsion, so hopefully we'll get some good growth on it. The leaves that are on there now look way better than they ever have, so I think cutting it back like that, I'm learning, that's the one thing I'm learning a lot about, is that sometimes you got to really cut some things back to get the right growth. One of those lamb's ears that I got at the nursery, they were 50% off because they were, there was a lot of dead stuff on the lamb's ear, but they were really good size. So my mom used to get them, and I loved them ever since I was a kid. And that was one of the plants I remembered them. I remembered, and hydrangeas as well. And so I just cut back that lamb's ear, and of course, the day that I put them in, that night we had this huge hard rain, and I fed it with fish emulsion today. And this afternoon I went out to look at it, and there it goes. It was just like standing up and proud, and it had been laying over. And so it's, you know, it suffered a little shock, but I mean, when I got it at the store, it was laying over. And so it probably just needed to get in the ground and get rid of all that dead stuff on it, and give it a good feed. So makes me feel good when you can bring something into your home that's falling apart and fix it, especially in this crazy world where we're like, can't fix anything, can't make anything happen. But it's those little wins that really help us out. And you know, when we see a child bloom or make progress, or you know, grandchildren, or just amazing stuff like that, it's just wonderful to watch. Our foster child, when I see him do something that he's never done before, and it's just, I love it. It's amazing. So all right, you guys, thank you for coming along with me today and finding strawberries. Please like and subscribe, and as always, God bless.